Hey guys, Tim McAmis out in the shop again tonight, and we are going to do a video on a updated revised product. So no new products tonight, but kind of a switch on a product that we've had for many years. So this item on your left here is a blower lift tool, so you can kind of see how the functionality works. We've got a video on the usage of it, but this would be a two-man operation and use the straps, so the blower retention straps, the ones that go under the hat on top of the supercharger down to the cylinder heads or the headers. Those straps are what's going to hook in here, come over this, and then you're going to lift it up, take it off the car, and you can set it down in your pit area, in your shop, wherever you're working on it at. But it's real easy because those things are real awkward to get off the car. You got to get around the tire, you've got to get in there, they're heavy, you're trying to get over the fuel cell, they're real cumbersome. So this tool here was created by one of our customers that was the same thing, having a hard time with this, and they came up with this kind of neat little invention. So he's like, you need to make these things and sell them because they work perfect. Well, these are 4130, so this is the same tubing we're building the chassis out of. So this is all 4130, it's bent, fit, notched, welded, finished, powder coated. A lot of work in this part, okay, a lot of labor, a lot of material, a lot of expense in powder coating, also a lot of expense in this top piece is all, once it's welded together, it's one unit. So shipping this thing was expensive because it had to go, basically it went in the same box that one of our hood scoops would go in. And so any guys that are buying stuff now, you know that shipping costs can get out of hand. So this was expensive to ship, and it was expensive to make. So the price on it was a little higher than we liked it to be, but we had to cover all these expenses in here. You couldn't leave this raw, so you had to do something with it. So very nice part. You can see the little stands on the bottom. Your hands go in there. They don't get crushed or anything. It's very, very good item. The legs pin off, and then you basically have 5 pieces here. So we made a lot of these things. I mean, we made a bunch of them. And we stopped making them for a while because of the cost, because the cost was high and the shipping was high. So we pulled back on making them. Of course, doesn't take long, for some of these guys out here to copy this. So there's some knockoffs of these things which you can find. They're, not as nice as this, but still, nobody can really think of anything on their own. They have to copy it. That's the way of the world now. You just sit on your ass and copy somebody else's shit and make it at home in your mom's basement for less money. So anyway, we had the guys in the shop. We got together and we talked about this a bunch, and we're like, how can we make this thing better, more modular, easier to ship, just kind of all that stuff. And we worked on a couple prototypes and we didn't like any of them, and so we just put it aside. Then we pull it back out and work on it again. So one day about 2 months ago, I told him, look, we're going to figure this out. Let's just stop and make it happen. So what we came up with was this item here, which is the same functionality but just totally different in construction. So I wanted to make it modular so that it was easier to ship, it was easy to put together, and it was easier to use. So that's what created this. So this new unit is made out of aluminum, and it's all CNC machined. So everything in this is machined in our big Haas VF4. So a lot of neat parts on here, but still pins together. But you can see these are miter cut, they're miter milled in here, so the legs slip up in here and you got pins here. Does the same job, but it's better and it's easier to use, and it's made out of a material that doesn't need to be powder coated, so it's durable. It's just got a lot of good features. We changed the hand grips around and moved them up into the legs and put some nice soft grips on them so it feels more comfortable when you're picking it up. Just a tons of benefits, like this piece here we obviously make out of flat stock aluminum, and we machine this out. So instead of the stacked hooks, you've got a hook here, so strap here comes over, strap here goes over. Very, very nice. And can see our guys, while they had it in the mill, they did a bunch of engraving on it. So we do have a maximum lifting capacity of 150. We got our logo here, we got our Made in our USA flag, so All USA products, USA hardware, no Chinese bullshit on anywhere on this thing, all USA. Very, very cool part. Another nice benefit is that it ships, it breaks down. So this is one package ready to ship. So this is ready to slide in a box. So now from this huge 24 by 14 by 65 box, this now goes in a 6 inch by 6 inch by 55 inch box. So very small, very compact, much cheaper to ship. Once it's put together, you have your choice. I mean, so it knocks apart real easy. The main cradle here is going to attach with these bars and these bolts here. If you wanted to break it down and throw it in a cabinet, you could just pull these 4 bolts out, slip these out of here, and then stow it in the cabinet along with the legs. If you didn't want to do that, you could leave the cradle together, and then your legs are just going to pin out, and you can store them in a cabinet in the trailer. So since we did everything in our CNC machine, we were able to increase our tolerances. So the assembly on this is really easy, where here you've got slip tube fits, so you're kind of locked in on the tolerance, where here we could open these up and change these to whatever we want. So it slips together real easy, pins go in nice and smooth, and you're off to the races. So super nice product, very, very functional, and it's easy to store. So a lot of improvements here. When we started on it, we redesigned it about 5 or 6 times before we got to this point. But every time we came up with an idea to add to it, it got better. Again, just not a totally new product, but a much better design on an old tried and true product. So one of the nice benefits, the price is drastically less than this. And you know, we designed this for a supercharger lift tool, but I tell you another thing it works really good for is the ProCharger setups, because those are heavy. Those things are, when you take the full mount and the drive and the supercharger off the car, it's heavy. You can use this, you just got to use a different nylon strap, but you can hook it up the exact same way, and you can pluck that ProCharger off and set it to the side. So it's not just for superchargers. This will easily lift a supercharger off with a carbon hat, and you can just let it hang over there to the side while you're servicing the engine. But a lot of times on a ProCharger car, you've got to take that off out of the way so you can do some service work. This will work perfectly for that also. So lots of uses for this. Great product. Check it out and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.